from Germany, and I have a clinic in Munich already since nearly 30 years, and since 15 years now I'm in the authentic medical Ayurveda, which I learned here in Ayushakti, and since 15 years every year I come here for my own learning and for my own health. The reason I came to here was, first I had osteoporosis, a very severe osteoporosis with a broken vertebrae, and it was much better after several years when I have the discipline to stay with all the herbs and the diet. But also I had high blood pressure in the meantime with a lot of stress I have at home, and kidney stones I also had. This was a special treatment here. I get rid of the kidney stone only with herbs. It was quite painful, but it was working, and since then I have no one anymore. So I'm very thankful to could go into this Ayurveda and the medical Ayurveda, and to have such good teachers. And I learned the pulse diagnosis, I learned all the remedies and the diet, and treating diseases from the Ayurvedic point. And so this is Dr. Smita Naram.
Hello.
She is the expert, and so we will talk about today about autoimmune diseases. And for this reason, you may know there is no real cure, but in normal medicine you get treatments, medications, steroids and anti-inflammation medicine to keep the symptoms down. So autoimmune disease is for some reason our own immune system decided to fight against the health cells in our body and creates a lot of trouble, like MS or morbus Crohn or colitis ulcerosa or psoriasis or things like this. So I'm very happy to have Dr. Smita Naram here, so she can explain it much better from an Ayurvedic point. What does it mean, and also what we can do in Ayurveda.
So, Eleanor, as you have seen over last 15 years working with Ayushakti,
Yes.
Ayurveda in your own clinic, that autoimmune people, many of them came to you,
Yes.
and we have treated them and they became better over a period of 3 to 5 years. So, as per Ayurveda, our food when we eat, it is digested, it is transformed into different tissues, and finally the nectar of this whole metabolic cycle known as ojas stays as a reserve in our body somewhere near the region of heart. And Ayurveda says that this ojas is the immunity which is creating power against emotional, mental and physical attacks on ourselves. So it also makes you emotionally stronger, so you can face the world with more power. It also makes you mentally strong, so you are not affected by the stress. and when the ojas is strong, it also gives you physical immunity. This ojas is known as para ojas. Now, when we are facing any infection in the body, for example, Lyme disease, Epstein-Barr virus, or CMV virus, or any kinds of infection, viral infection or bacterial infection we face, then as you know, immune system is triggered immediately, and it releases what we call as IgG or antibody against this virus.
Yeah.
Now, these antibodies, according to Ayurveda, are known as apara ojas. So it is beautifully described 5,000 years ago how body is fighting every infection through this whole system of ojas. And amazingly, it is so similar to what is described in today's world as well. So this apara ojas, which is kind of a soldier, molecule of soldiers which has to go and fight the infection wherever it is there.
Yes.
But sometimes, because we eat lots of toxins, our metabolism is not working very well, there are many toxins piled up in the system, and because of the stress, our circulation and assimilation is not working very well. These antibodies cannot go to the site of infection and help them.
Yeah.
And they stay in the blood in a high quantity. And now they are active soldiers, they don't know what to do, so they will start attacking our own organs.
Yes.
So on one side, I have seen over a period of more than 27 years of my own practice that people who have autoimmune disease, they have a typical history of starting with Lyme disease or Epstein-Barr virus or CMV virus or different kinds of virus infection, either liver virus infection, not really treated, and they first phase suffer from fever, constant fever, or sometimes low grade fever, which is less than 100 degrees, not or 37.5, less than that. And then chronic tiredness, no ability to do anything physically. Then finally it ends up also mental depression, and then slowly when that is not really taken care of, because there is nothing in modern science which can help to boost the immune system in a real manner. And every virus cannot be really controlled through antibiotics, truly speaking. So then this whole thing finally ends up into autoimmune diseases. So people get this apara ojas molecules which are too much active, but they can't go and really fight the infection. So on one side, the impact of the infection, weaknesses and feverish and low grade, low function of the body and everything. On the other side, overactive immune attacks our own body tissues and causes inflammation in many places, as you know. Sometimes if it attacks the small intestine, large intestine, digestive tract, then IBS, Crohn's disease, celiac disease, or ulcerative colitis. If it will attack the joints, then rheumatism. Sometimes if it attacks the muscle system, then fibromyalgia. Connective tissues, when that is inflamed, you get a lot of attacks of pain in the body, and that is connected with fibromyalgia. Chronic fatigue, of course, multiple sclerosis, scleroderma, psoriasis, and also the problem in the lung, the fibrosis of the lung, interstitial lung disease. Several situations can really be created from this inflammation, which, as you know, from the modern perspective, they have really nothing to offer. They give a strong steroid-based anti-inflammatory treatments, which sometimes work, sometimes doesn't work to control the symptoms, but over a period of many years, they don't even work. And the inflammation only increases and damages organs more and more and more. The good news is that from Ayurveda, as you have seen also in your own practice, and I have seen in my own practice for so many years now, that if somebody systematically removes this block
Yes.
using Ayurvedic diet, lifestyle and detox treatments
Yes.
in the path of immune system, the whole thing slowly reverses. So the immunity again functions on controlling the original infection which was not controlled, and then along with that, through a very systematic detox plan, diet and herbs, you can reduce inflammation slowly and steadily, step by step.
Yes.
As you have seen,
Yes.
it takes many years.
Yes.
You know lot of such people who came to your clinic as well.
Yes.
And through Ayurveda, it has taken them 3 to 5 years to get out of these symptoms completely.
Yeah.
And I have personally seen over 27 years now that once people get out of the symptoms of autoimmune problems completely, and you feel in the pulse balanced immune system, it doesn't really come back for 10-15 years.
Yes.
That's what I have seen actually
Yes.
in my own
Yes.
practice.
Yes. And what I observe in my practice is that autoimmune diseases are increasing
Yes,
for some reason.
very much.
So, what do you think? What is the reason except stress and tension and
Wrong diet,
Yes.
accumulation of toxins,
yes,
sometimes over vaccination.
yes,
Many reasons
Many,
are
yeah.
connected with creating this block in the path of apara ojas,
Yes.
like IgG
Yes.
antibodies
yes,
are not able to go to the site of infection because there is a block in the path.
Yes.
And block is created because of many toxins coming from wrong food, diet, lifestyle and stress.
and stress,
Emotional,
and, yeah,
mental and physical stress.
stress and drugs,
And
maybe.
drugs
Yes,
as well.
Yes, yes.